this is Eva and welcome to Wonder Toddlers podcast, where I answer your letters and I give advice to other parents on various forums. I just want to quickly mention that if you have a question about parenting your toddler, feel free to send me an email via the contact page you find on Wonder Toddlers website. I will read every email and select a few for inspiration to my next blog post and podcast to help you and other parents. Hope you understand that I can't guarantee that I answer every email. This offer is not a parenting consultation offer. If you would like to get a detailed plan customized to your problem, I offer email consultations, and at the moment, for a limited time only, you can get a free lifetime membership to our online parenting library and community, Wonder Toddlers Club. There you will find all my strategies, methods, and tips on parenting toddlers. Currently, there are 19 video lessons and ebooks on topics such as potty training, picky eating, handling tantrums, listening, and cooperation, but I add new videos regularly. So this episode is inspired by a letter I found on a forum. It was written by a parent whose toddler refuses the toilet in the nursery, and also his or her child started to wee on the floor and on the bed on purpose. So now let me read the letter of the parent. My 3-year-old has been fully potty trained since June. For some reason, when he returned to nursery this September, he has refused to use their toilet and either has accidents or holds it all day. He's not used the toilet there before. He asks to wear a nappy and the nursery put him in one. He kicks off about nursery unless he has a nappy on, and I don't know what to do. Do I not send him in a nappy and upset him and make him wear pants? Or put one on him and let him be happy and content and hope one day he doesn't want it on and try encourage him to use the toilet. Also at home he's fine and out and about. He has no accidents until about a week ago. He started weeing on his bed and the floor on purpose. No idea why. So that was the letter of the parent. You can check the original letter and my answer on that forum. If you click on the link below, I put it in the transcript. So we had a similar case in the nursery last year, but we didn't put the nappy back on the child. It took us some time, but at the end we succeeded. And our magic formula was doing the same thing in the nursery as at home, plus being consistent and patient. Teachers and parents as well. And I'm very shocked to hear that the nursery put a nappy on him despite the fact that the child is fully potty trained, because it's totally normal for a child to have accidents in the nursery even if he doesn't or has less at home. It can also happen that a child refuses to go to the toilet and either wet himself or holds it all day, plus throws some nice temper tantrums. There must be several reasons why it can happen with some children, but I just want to tell you a few. First, the nursery is a different environment where there are no mummies and daddies, siblings, or the nannies. Even if a child used to go to the same place, it is still a different environment than home, especially if he was away for some weeks. And the nursery is usually a very busy and extremely stimulating place where children just want to stay in the room or outside playing. Going to the toilet would mean that they need to finish playing and put their precious toys down, and they don't want that. Also, it can happen that there is a bad communication or relationship between a child and the teacher, and also there could be bullying going on between children. Also, toddlers, they usually, show their will and they test boundaries. So there are some children who try to get back to wearing nappies because A, it is very comfortable, and B, saying no gives them a sense of control and power. Obviously, I don't know the real reason why the teachers put the nappy back on the child, so I don't want to be judgmental, but in my opinion, it might have happened that with this action, this child got mixed messages. He can't have a nappy at home, but he can get nappy in the nursery. So basically, he got what he wanted. From that moment on, he became the boss and manipulates everyone. So that is my opinion, and my advice was this to the parent. At home, when your child is on the floor or on the bed, tell him using simple and short sentences that it is not okay and what he should do instead. You can ask him to help you clean up and ask him to change by himself. Stay with him, show him how to do it, and of course, don't let your child use chemicals, and help him a bit. This can teach him that every action has consequences, and hopefully he is going to be bored by cleaning up and changing his wet and dirty clothes all the time. And it is very important that your child should not feel the cleaning up process humiliating. It needs to be absolutely normal as what others do when they make a mess. So no shouting at him or nagging or saying bad words to him. Just act casually and clean up together without using negative comments. Instead of telling him off, just explain what happened and why you need to clean up and what to do next time. And as I don't know how and when and where these wee accidents exactly happen, I can't give you more advice than that. Also, I wouldn't put nappy on him, and don't even let your child know that there are some at home at all. If he refuses to go to the nursery without a nappy, don't give up and try everything, whatever you can, to encourage him to go without it. And of course, tell the nursery that they cannot put nappy on him and tell them your opinion and instructions. Communicate with them daily and try to work together. In the nursery, no nappy at all. That's my opinion. And also, teachers should encourage your child to go to the toilet. And you could also talk to the manager or the head of the nursery. And as I mentioned above, we had a similar case in the nursery and solved it in 3 months. Yes, I know, it took us 3 months, but we succeeded. We did it. We didn't put the nappy on. So our case is different, but I still want to share what we did. So first of all, we talked to parents and the nanny. We analyzed the situation and came up with a plan. This is very important because we have to be on the same page to prevent any future argument between us teachers and parents. Also, following and carrying out the plan meant that we do the same thing what parents do at home. So the child will realize that he cannot play with us teachers and testing his boundaries will fail. And our plan was to keep encouraging the child to use the toilet, no matter how many accidents he has a day, or if he could hold it until somebody came to pick him up. Most of the time, we took the children to the toilet in little groups because it can be very motivating for some and it can look like a fun activity. That helps definitely. And we also sang, we talked, we did funny faces, we danced, we played out toilet scenarios. We read lots of books about potty training, using the toilet in the nursery. We had to be very creative how we encouraged him. We tried to use the child's toilet seat from home, but it didn't work. I still wanted to mention this because I heard that it helped in some other cases. And also, we didn't get angry if he wet himself or refused the toilet. But of course, we explained him with short, simple sentences that we are not okay with that and what he should do instead next time. We also didn't put the pressure on him or forcing him to use the toilet. When more and more accidents started to happen, we agreed with parents that we can ask the child to help us clean up the floor and he had to change himself. Of course, we helped a bit and we always supervise him. but it taught him that using the toilet is much more easier than cleaning up after himself. Plus, changing his clothes is very uncomfortable and boring for him. So, plus he learned that every action has consequences. So, in summary, my advice is this: work together with the teachers. Come up with a plan and carry that out. Do the same thing in the nursery and at home. You have to be patient and consistent. Use positive encouragement. Try not to get back to the nappy again. And keep on trying and never give up. Thank you so much for listening and staying with me. If you're interested in the original letter and my answer, please find the link in the transcript below. And I'm constantly looking for inspirations to do podcasts and write blog posts. So if you have any ideas related to parenting toddlers, head over to my contact page and send me an email. And if you like this, feel free to share it with your friends and other parents you think that they are in need of some tips. Thank you again and speak to you next time. Bye bye.